All right. Solid first half, especially first quarter. Put together a great first quarter. Giving up an 8-0 run to end the first quarter, though. And then they gave up another run in the second quarter there. Bulls won the first quarter 28-24, lost the second quarter 29-22, going to the halftime down by 3. Now, there are a lot of good things and positive things you can take from the first half. Zach and DeMar are on. Nikola Vucevic is 3 for 5 from the field. The Bulls are rebounding pretty well. They're actually out rebounding the Knicks by 2. So that's positive there. Turnover battle, the Bulls are losing big time. They need to get those turnovers in under hand. 8 turnovers to the Knicks, 5 turnovers in the first half. So we need to get that under control. Bulls shooting three-pointer pedestrian to 33% from the three-point line. But hey, listen, the Bulls are keeping up their trend of letting role players go off. Alex Burks is killing us right now. He has 15 points. He has a plus minus of plus 10, the highest plus minus of any New York Knicks player. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping Randall maintained. But, even with the boards, 10 rebounds from Randall and Mitchell Robinson combined, that's not going to cut it, right? We need to see the Bulls, even though they're winning the rebounding battle, I like to see them tighten that up a little bit. Also shoot the ball a little bit better, tighten up defensively. Two specific runs that this Bulls team gave up that really affected what the Bulls were able to do. And that's what's causing the biggest issue for the Bulls right now. If they can get those things in order, get those things in hand, stuff may change for the Bulls. Like I said before, at this point, we all know that the Bulls can lose to anyone, especially when they're giving up big runs. They can also win against anyone. So it's going to be really important to see how the Bulls respond coming out of this half into the third quarter, because if the Bulls can have a solid third quarter, not give up a big third quarter, they can easily push that lead back up to where it was before. One thing that we're seeing is that once the bench comes in, the Bulls bench hasn't been able to keep up that momentum in this game. So if they can do that, Kobe's still not shooting the ball very well either. He's missed some wide open shots. Patrick Williams is giving some definitely serious energy. He hasn't taken any shots, but he's given very good energy. The fact that he hasn't taken any shots, he has 1 rebound, 1 steal, and a positive plus minus of +1 shows what he's doing out there as far as defensively. We need to see Patrick Williams. Yeah, I would like to see him a little bit more. Only 8 minutes in that first half. Tristan Thompson and Javonte Green both with 7 and 6 minutes respectively. Kobe White, the main bench player, with 11 points, already in double digits as far as the minutes. Only 2 points. He's 1 for 6. Kobe White is 1 for 6. Those shots we need. I get it. Kobe's could be the spark plug off the bench. Kobe's the best scorer theoretically off the bench, but I want to see some of those bench scoring opportunities spread out a little bit more, because Kobe just doesn't have it. Now, he may have it in the second half. We know Kobe can get hot at any point in time, but Kobe has not had it in this game. That 1 for 6 is fucking atrocious. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into your comments and see how you guys feel about this first half so far. Didn't trying to catch up. JC23, how the fuck is that now? Oh, you guys must have been commenting before I came in here. Yeah, that last play, Levine definitely got fouled. And I'm glad that he got a tech. Maybe they start looking at it a little bit closer, but Levine definitely got. Now, I will say, overall, the officiating's been pretty even, unless I'm missing something that just maybe I forgot about. But that last call was bad. Bad. Tay Holland says defensive energy was flat as hell. Agree with that. There were certain times, but yeah, pretty terrible way to end the half. Yes, the Bulls. Listen, Alex Burks let off 8 points on us all back to back. You can't let somebody now. Most of those were on Zach LaVine too, so I want to see Zach LaVine have a better defensive effort. But yeah, man. Brian the Trier says Kobe gotta hit open. Yeah, Kobe's missing. It's different if they were contested. Kobe's missing wide open shots. Started out well, but then fell off balls. Bulls have to let the refs go. It's not going to change. Got to stop getting techs and just play. Sometimes you do need to get a tech from time to time to get them to start officiating a little bit differently. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. Levine lost the shit, but I kind of understand Levine got hacked probably a good 2 to 3 times out of there. Let's see. James Jameson says, like always, can't hold on to leads. Yeah, the Bulls' inability to hold on to leads. The way that when they were up 12 points, I'm like, this is what I want to see from the Bulls. And then they started letting the team go off. And then, as we see with this Bulls team, when they do start letting players go off, they get tense defensively. They don't keep up that defensive intensity. We should have been up by 20. Yes, should have been up by at least 10. At least 10. I wouldn't say necessarily 10. At least 10. D-Bow the Black Panther says, Kobe's pissing me off again. Listen, he's a streaky shooter. It's going to happen. Unfortunately, especially with Kobe extension coming up, he's not doing himself any favors. But let's focus on this. Kobe could very well be the spark plug off the bench, the spark plug that this team needs in the playoffs and things like that. But he needs to find a way to get consistent. He really does. Trent Baker, Pat's defense has been more than solid, in my opinion. I really love to see, even off the ball, right? Some of the things that he's not doing when he's guarding the ball maker that may just go unnoticed because everybody's watching the ball. Patrick Williams is making good decisions. He's rotating well out there. He's gotten in the passing lanes a couple of times. There's been some times where a Bulls player has been in position to get a rebound because of Patrick Williams keeping a body on a man. He's doing a lot of the good things out of there that we want to see from Patrick Williams. Julia Jewell says, I have such high hopes for Kobe. He gets in his shooting slumps. It's more than slumps. He gets in the shooting pits, goddammit. But yeah, Kobe has so much potential. Like Kobe can get consistent, right? The whole like 5-point, 6-point, 3-point, 4-point games, but then they followed it up with a 25-point game in which he's only taking like 7 shots. Like, we need to see that come down, right? If Kobe can give a consistent 15 points off the bench, that's enough. And, he's putting the ball on the floor. He's trying to do some things. It's just, I don't know what's going on with Kobe. He is so inconsistent. Livewire says, Matt, let my top, no, what? No, don't. I'm not ready to say that yet. Julia Jules says, Julius Randle is overrated. I mean, he had a great season last year, but, it is what it is. Patrick Williams got a steal and 2 blocks, I believe. 1 recorded block, 1 steal. So, but Patrick Williams has been all over the place. Shay says, we need to go to Nikola Vucevic in the paint and use the pick and pop or pick and roll. Well, it's going to be more difficult for him to go to Vuce in the paint in this game. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want to see it more, but keep in mind, with Mitchell Robinson in there, with Julius Randle in there, it's going to be a little bit more difficult on Vuce. But we'll see. Brian the Tryhard, this right there with Shay. I think we got to give Vuce the ball more. I mean, you going inside out is never, let me not say it's never worked, because it has, because sometimes Vooch are just the game plan, but it can never hurt in a degree, right? Like it makes the game easier, especially when things slow down. The thing is that this game may very well devolve into a fast break game, just depending on who gets rebounds. But with that being said, while that's not happening, I would like to see it. You know what I just thought I heard? I would like to see go to a more half court game for sure. Jay Holland says these are the type of games we need to win. Yes, absolutely. Pat the Designer said today that Kobe White plays smaller than. Yeah, sometimes you forget Kobe's 6'5" out there. When he does have short arms, really. That was like his thing when he was in the draft. But Kobe just needs to put it together. You think Pat will try to dunk on Mitchell Robinson again? Hey, if the opportunity presents itself, I don't doubt that he will. One thing, too, with Vooch. Vooch is playing solid defense this game. He's rotating well. He's getting his arms up when he needs to. Like, Vooch is playing very solidly defensively this game. So even if his offense doesn't come around, if he can keep giving that same defensive effort out there, kind of is what he's 3 for 5. So it's not like he's shooting horrible. He hasn't taken a single 3 in this game so far. He has 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 turnovers as well. But Vooch is playing really solidly tonight. Again, not the eye-popping stats or whatever, and some people miss it when it's not that, but he's playing very, very good. Alana with her profile. Alana got her Abby back up. Y'all leave Alana alone. Joker, he actually did in the first quarter. Would that's the question that people ask, right? The thing with Mitchell Robinson is, does he accept a bench role for this team? Does he accept the money that they keep in mind? The most that they can offer anybody this offseason is the mid-level exception. Mitchell Robinson is currently on a mid-level exception deal. Now, the mid-level rises season to season, so it would be a little bit more of a raise for him. But if Mitchell Robinson is willing to take the mid-level exception to come to the Chicago Bulls and really be the missing piece that they need to contend, because keep in mind, Mitchell can play with Patrick Williams at the 5. I would even say that better than Tristan Thompson, Mitchell Robinson can play something. Now, he's not going to stretch the floor at all, but Mitchell Robinson he can switch out to more guards and things like that. I would not be mad at all if Mitchell Robinson comes to the Chicago Bulls on a mid-level exception. But is he going to accept that type of money, considering that's basically the deal he's on now, with about $1.5 million raise? I think is the difference between the mid-level exception when he signed his versus what the mid-level exception is going to be this offseason. But it raises some questions, right? We'll see. We'll see. Is Jones and Billy's doghouse? No, I mean, even Billy Donovan has talked about he wants to play Derrick Jones more at the backup center as well. I really do think it's his hand. I think, personally, this is just my personal opinion, I think they're going to be because his hand never completely healed. I think maybe they're trying to give him as much time to let that hand heal because they know they're going to need him down the stretch. They're going to need him in the playoffs. They're going to need him against that back-to-back with Milwaukee and Boston, things like that. I think that's just my speculation on it, because Derrick Jones Jr., Billy Donovan's relied on him so much. Like when he's been available, I can't see him falling in Billy Donovan's doghouse, considering how Billy Donovan even talked about him last week. But I could be wrong. Romil says the Knicks are playing back-to-back. We got to stop. So the back-to-backs aren't always like that thing where it's just they're on a back-to-back. It's an automatic L. We got to stop with that. Like there's so many more back-to-backs played in today's NBA that I think people are more used to it as well. But we play a back-to-back tomorrow. So it's I don't want to say just because it's a back-to-back means that we should win necessarily. Yes, the box score is correct. They did a really good, well, let me not say it was necessarily a really good job at guarding Randall. Randall does not seem like he has the same type of energy. Now, I know he's coming back from injury, so maybe that's what it is. Is Mitchell Robinson a free agent? I believe Mitchell Robinson is a free agent at the end of this year. Let me see real quick. Let me verify through my sources, aka the good old-fashioned internet. Let's see what we got here. Mitchell Robinson's contract. I don't know. I can't find it. Somebody find it for me. I don't want to take up too much time looking for it, but I think he is. Let's see. If not, then let's see. Mitchell Robinson is an unrestricted free agent in this offseason. So yes, completely unrestricted. SB Talk Sports says we need to learn how to keep a damn lead. Listen, you are absolutely right. I was wondering who was going to be the bum to turn into Curry, and once I see Burks hit yes, we always let a role player get off. Always let a role player get off. Haize, you were so right, bro. When Patrick was playing next to Nikola Vucevic, he does play. I'm telling you guys, that's why I really want to see Patrick Williams get back into. I want to see the starting front court that this front office wanted to see as the starting front court before we really make any decisions on anything. AK says Kobe needs to be Will Smith slapped back in the rhythm. God damn it. Y'all are funny. All right, y'all. Game's back on. I'll be hollering at you guys after the game for the post-game live. Let's hope the Bulls have a much better second half and close it out very well. I'll see you guys. Somebody's trying to hack into the stream. I'll see you guys after the game. Peace, y'all.